He had struggled in his online business for years. He had an amazing product that got fantastic results for anybody who followed his process. His testimonials of people who went through his course were simply astonishing. And he knew once somebody experienced his course, they'd be hooked for life. But he struggled to gain traction, to build his list, and to get people to register for his course. He knew his business could be doing so much better, but he just couldn't figure out what the problem was. When we sat down and analysed his business, the issue became clear. He was lacking one of the key ingredients needed to fuel an online business, and that was a knockout offer. And while it was clear that this was the issue with his primary product, what amazed him was how this issue permeated through so many other areas of his business and his funnel. Hi, I'm Micheál O'Neill, and if you're an online course creator, a membership site owner who's about to launch a Facebook ad campaign, who has a Facebook ad campaign that's underperforming, or if you have a Facebook ad campaign that is working really well and now you want to scale it, well, this video series is for you. In this series, we're going to uncover the approach you need to take to plan, launch, and manage a profitable Facebook ad campaign. And the first 5 sections will look at the key principles and approaches that you need to understand to ensure you get the best outcomes when launching any campaign. And then in the final video of the series, we're going to look at some of the big tactical what's working now tips. So no matter where you are looking at this, make sure you keep an eye out for a link to the full series. So today, I'm going to look at your offer and specifically as it relates to your Facebook ads and your downstream funnels, whether that be lead magnet opt-in, webinar registration, or direct to sale ads. For me, this is one of the most important elements in any marketing campaign. And unfortunately, it's also one of the most overlooked. Most people spend ages coming up with beautifully architected marketing copy and yet throw together an offer in a rush. But before we jump into this, I'd just like to challenge your thinking around offers. When the word offer is mentioned, most people automatically think in terms of the description of the deliverables for a paid product or service. And that certainly is true, but I would like you to really start thinking of offer in terms of any time you ask somebody to take an action. And for me, this means that every piece of marketing contains an offer. Whether you want to challenge people to change their opinions or their mindset, whether you want them to visit a landing page, or whether you want them to register for a lead magnet, or even buy a $7 product or $4,997 product. In every instance, you are making an offer. And the beautiful thing about offers is that they're fractal. In any marketing campaign, you're going to have these stacks of offers to get somebody all the way from the beginning of a campaign to the end of the campaign. But both micro and macro offers follow the exact same approach, and the principles that we're going to discuss in this video will apply equally. And this is especially true for Facebook ads. Get this wrong, offers really are the cornerstone of online marketing and online business growth. Offer creation is definitely, in my mind anyway, in the top 2 to 3 skills that a successful online entrepreneur needs to develop. And in essence, it's our ability to influence and get people to take action. So, if you get this wrong, your Facebook ads will flop, your campaigns will struggle to get off the ground, your business growth will be slow and painful, you'll continuously feel like you're, pushing a boulder up a mountain. Your promotions will be inconsistent. Sometimes you'll strike it lucky, other times you'll struggle. Ultimately, you will fail to have the impact that you know you can have in the world. But if you nail your offer all the way through from your Facebook ads to your promotions, then you'll consistently outperform your expectations for both ads and campaigns. You will attract streams of perfect fit clients with ease. Your business will go from strength to strength effortlessly. Your Facebook ads costs will drop, and your cost per lead along with your cost per acquisition will be slashed. So ultimately, your profitability will go through the roof. This is honestly how important understanding being able to craft compelling offers is to your business. At the start of the video, I shared a story about one of my clients who was struggling because he didn't understand the power of a knockout offer. Now, I use the word knockout offer to describe an offer that's simply irresistible. It's an absolute no-brainer for somebody to say yes to. Hopefully when I describe it in this way, you can see why I say that every piece of marketing material contains an offer. And whether you're, kind of looking at small micro offers to help people arrive at a certain point of view, or large macro offers for high value products, the fundamental principles are the exact same. And, when my client understood this, and it's more, I suppose, with the content that I'm going to share today, it's a filter with which to look at your marketing content. Because when my client understood how important offers were, and then how to apply them in his business, that's when things really started to move for him. So today I want to dig into the role of the offer when it comes to launching, optimizing, and scaling profitable Facebook ad campaigns. I'm going to start off with the principles, and I'm going to dig into the practical applications and the principles in your ads and funnel. And remember, offers are one of the key 80-20 levers in your business. Focusing on this and this alone will produce more revenue and clients than almost any other single aspect of your business. I always like to say a knockout offer will carry poor marketing. But the best marketing in the world will never overcome a poor offer. And speaking of a knockout offer, no matter where you're looking at this, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. Give me a thumbs up, ring the bell, tell your friends. Look, if you're finding this in any way useful, I would really appreciate your help in growing my community. Because the bigger the community gets, the more time and effort I can put into producing and sharing free content like this, which you can use to grow your business, get your message into the world, and create the life you want. So let's begin. And really, when it comes to offers, the first real key thought that you should have in your head is, from your client's perspective, it has to answer the question, what's in it for me? So it has to answer a very specific problem or pain point. This is, one way of looking at this is if I was to put an offer to you, hey, please donate $5 to UNICEF. So that isn't just a noble thing to do. But if I was to put a slightly different offer to you, please donate $5 to feed a family of 3 in Ethiopia for a week. Now, that is a very, very different proposition. And just think about how you felt between the difference of the two ways, because it is answering a very, very specific problem. It also has to speak to a very specific, desirable outcome. So, one problem that I often see with offers is they're very bland and they're very generic. And you should never have, nobody ever wants to be better at anything, right? That's not what they really want. So using an example here, like playing guitar. Nobody wants to be better at playing the guitar. They want to be able to play 10 songs back to back in front of an audience in 3 weeks, practicing only 10 minutes per day. Again, think about how different those two elements are. People are inherently lazy. Look, this isn't a bad thing. This is the way that we have evolved. Remember, it wasn't that long ago that humans were living as hunter-gatherers, and the conservation of energy was essential for survival. If it wasn't hunting, humping, or contributing to the tribe, it wasn't deemed important. And you know what? We may have fancy iPhones and cars and all the technology in the world, but we haven't out-evolved our primal instincts. You need to smack people over the head with why what you're saying matters and how it will make their life better in very, very specific terms. They have to know why they should expel calories to take the action that you are asking them to take. So it has to answer the question, what is in this for me? Now, the second thing you have to do is you have to make it real for them. So you have to really paint a picture of, paint a picture for how their life is going to be made better by whatever it is that you're offering. Never ever assume that people will connect the dots. They just won't do it. You have to spell it out. And one framework for this that I find especially beneficial is the FDE benefits framework. So the first one, the F stands for functional benefits. So how it improves their lives. So if we were to take an example of a car, well, you're going to buy a car. How will it improve your life? Well, your car will get you from A to B. It will have, a certain horsepower engine. It will have a certain liter engine, whatever it is. I'm not hugely into cars, but it'll have functional benefits for your life. But then we will have dimensionalized benefits. So this is where you paint a picture for people of how the functional benefits looks in your perfect fit client's life. So if I was a car, I'd try paint a picture for people of them, driving through the countryside with their top down in a convertible, with the wind blowing in their hair, and really enjoying the car. And then the third element of this is the emotional benefits. And this is how your perfect fit clients will feel after they experienced the dimensionalized benefits. So having driven through the countryside with the hair in their with the wind in their hair and enjoying the drive, well, how will they actually feel after that? So that's where you would go through and you would look to verbalize the feelings that they will be encountering. It's reverse engineering the question. If we were having this discussion 3 years from now, and you were looking back over those 3 years, what would have to have happened in your life, both personally and professionally, for you to feel happy with your progress? So in a lot of ways, what you're doing is you're taking that question, you're answering that question for your clients. You are future pacing them into the future. You're bringing them on a journey to show them what life will be like for them once they have experienced whatever it is that you're offering. Now, one thing that cannot be underlined enough here is you have to know your avatar. You have to have detailed, intimate knowledge of who your avatar is. One of the best ways I've heard of verbalizing this is you have to be able to read a page in your diary, a page in your perfect fit client's diary to them in such a way that they feel like you are looking over their shoulder. You need to really, really dig deep. And unfortunately, when it comes to avatar, everybody talks about the importance of avatar, but very few people go in depth in how to get that. Now, that's not what we're here to talk about today, but some ways that you can definitely do this. First one is if you have email subscribers, you can survey people. Same if you have, kind of social media, you can post, you can ask people very specific questions about what problems they're having, what pain points, kind of they experience, what do they want their life to be like. Another really good a source of information is Reddit. Go find Reddit that specifically deals with whatever topic that your core topic in your business. Go in, spend time, do research, read through the Reddits, pick out the language, copy and paste from Reddit into a Word doc. Where's the pain points? What do they want? What are their goals? What are their ambitions? What are their fears? How do they feel that people are not taking them seriously? And then the third way is to get involved in communities. So go into communities. This could be like Facebook groups. It could be, wherever you can get groups of people who congregate. Normally online is obviously going to be easiest for this. Get in there. Ask questions, participate, observe, look at what other questions people are asking, look at the answers that people are giving. All of this will help you build a very detailed profile of who your avatar is, what they want. And then what you need to do is you need to link your product, your service, your course, your membership, whatever it is, specifically to their wants, their needs, their desires. The third thing is packaging your offer. So there's a kind of another framework that we can use for this. It starts off, now this is specifically for putting almost like a paid offer together. However, remember what I was saying, we're looking here from Facebook ads, and in essence everything is fractal. However, some elements will not appear from an ad perspective. But when I wanted to look at packaging your offer, I couldn't find a better way of verbalizing it than this without leaving out, some of the things. So let's go run through them all. The first thing is, it has to be superior, irresistible, no-brainer. So superior means, how is your offer better than all the other offers that are out there? Now, some people might struggle with this intellectually to say, well, actually my offer is not better than all the rest of them. Well, I'd urge you to go back. If we're looking at a Facebook ad to a lead magnet, or to a mini product, if you don't believe that your lead magnet is in some way superior than other content that's out there, maybe you should spend some time not working on your offer, but working on what you're actually going to give people. In some way, you have to find an angle where you believe that what you are giving people is in some way superior than everything else that's out there. Now, that doesn't mean, look at, I say I'm in the digital marketing space. So we all know people like Jeff Walker, Stu McLaren, Ryan Dyson, digital marketer. There's no way that I'm going to be able to give advice that is, kind of give context that's superior to them head to head. But what I do need to find is, I need to find my specific niche. I need to find my specific angle. And in there, I need to make that little slice of it superior to what other people do. Second thing is, it has to be irresistible. It has to create an emotion that draws people in. And the third, it has to be a no-brainer. So somebody has to see it and go, yes, of course, why would I not accept this? So it's like, if somebody offered you a brand new Ferrari in the morning, a brand new Ferrari, no strings attached, no traffic costs, no hidden strings, would you accept it? Of course you'd accept it. Why wouldn't you accept it? Even if you have no interest in cars, you're still going to accept it. You could still sell it, make a lot of money. So that is the first step here, which is superior, irresistible, and no-brainer. The second thing, the second key component of an offer, we have deliverables, features, and advantages. They kind of speak for themselves. If you're looking at it from a Facebook ad, and we will look at the practical application of this from, a Facebook ad and what the offer, the different levels of offer. But let's say we're looking here, your Facebook campaign contains an ad that goes to a lead magnet, and from a lead magnet you have an upsell. So like a little mini front end offer. So your deliverables here for the lead magnet, what are they actually going to get? So is it going to be a checklist? Is it going to be a video? Is it going to be a guide? Is it going to be, a fill in the blanks template? The features, well, what would that template enable people to do? So if somebody had this guide, if somebody had this checklist, what would that enable for them? And then why is this checklist advantageous to them? So that's basically bringing you through deliverables, features, advantages. Next, we have the FDE benefits that I've already spoken about. So that's functional, dimensionalized, and then emotional benefits. You need to hit on the three of those to kind of connect and to make sure there's no gaps for people. The next one is one that obviously will not be, a Facebook ad. You're probably not going to put price in the Facebook ad, but obviously that is a key consideration. And when you look at offers, remember, right, we talk about price in terms of monetary amount, but you have to also realize that everything that you ask somebody to do has a price. So if you ask somebody to think about something, there is a cost to them. There's a cost of energy, there's a cost of time. So that is still a price, even though you're not getting paid for it. They are paying a cost on it. The same thing, if you ask somebody to go from a Facebook ad to a landing page, there is a price that they're paying. They're paying with their time, they're paying with their energy, they are paying with their attention. Again, a lead magnet, you might say, well, yeah, but Michal, there's no price for a lead magnet. Oh, there is. The price that they are paying is their email address. So they are letting you into they're letting you into their email inbox. So there is a real price. You just need to figure out, and price is one of the things from an offer where you really, this is one of the areas where you've got a huge amount of latitude in terms of picking one, but the psychological impact of the price is going to have a massive impact on the results of your program. And that is both to price too high or price too low. So that is one that needs to be given real consideration. The next is the terms. So the terms are, well, you know, kind of, is it a payment plan? Is it a once off? Will they get access forever? So this is, you know, kind of what, in terms of ownership, they are going to get. Then we're going to look at risk reversal. Now, risk reversal is a universal, it's something that a lot of people resist. But trust me, it is something that makes a huge difference to the decision-making process. And again, you might say, but Michal, risk reversal, this is probably only going to be, you know, for a paid product. Well, that's not true. So in my own example, I have an offer for a focus strategy session. And on my website, if you go to it, there's you know, an application form that you can fill in to apply for a focus strategy session. Now, I actually give a risk reversal on that. I say that if you come on that focus strategy session and you do not find it useful, well, I will send you a $100 Amazon gift card. So that is a complete risk reversal. If somebody comes on the meeting, they don't feel that they have gotten anything from the meeting whatsoever, no questions asked, I will send them an Amazon gift voucher. So risk reversals are, and guarantees are, something that are massive from a kind of a providing psychological ease. And here's the funny thing about them. They're very rarely called upon. So normally they don't cost a huge amount to you in terms of offering. But you want to be very, very careful that the more you know, kind of, I don't want to say aggressive, but the more, you know, bigger that your risk reversal is, or the bigger that the guarantee you provide, you need to make sure that you have some guidelines for people that if they do X, Y, or Z, and if they, you know, kind of, if they fit the bill, and if they do X, Y, or Z, and if they don't get a result, well then, no questions asked, there will be a risk reversal. Then bonuses are another thing that get people, you know, moving quickly with your offer. If there is, for any action they take, if they feel like they're getting something additional, obviously this is very much used from an information product perspective, and also from a, you know, kind of membership perspective, that if you were to register, you're going to get bonuses. There's two approaches on the bonuses. So the first one is that the bonus answers specific objections that people may have in taking the action that you're asking them to take. The second one is that the bonuses help the people get the transformation that you're offering through your offer, and that they're going to get that, help it get them get the transformation quicker. And then finally, scarcity, which is one of the strongest triggers of all. But you need to give people a reason to respond now, and this is normally something along the lines of a deadline. So now, you know, kind of, we've laid out, well, how to package an offer. Well, what I'd like to move on to now is, well, how does this practically apply to our Facebook ad campaigns? Now, remember the whole premise, and as I set out in the first video in this series, and if you've not yet seen that, please do go find it. But profitable Facebook ads are not just about the Facebook ads. They're about the entire funnel, and that's the way you need to think of it. So the offer runs not just, you know, kind of, you know, when they get to paid level, the offer runs all the way through from the front end, from Facebook ads. There's an offer on the lead page, and then there's an offer throughout the funnel. So let's look at where that manifests itself. Well, the first thing that you need to do from a Facebook ads perspective is to stop people scrolling. Now, how you do that is with an image or a video. And that's largely what's going to get people. Most people will not pay attention to the text or the headline until after they've watched the image or the video. So with this, it's a little bit more challenging to get across get across an offer in an image or in a video. But definitely, you know, kind of, I would always test, I always say that native images work better than graphically designed images, but I definitely would try one where the highlights of the offer are limited. Remember, Facebook ads used to have a 20% text, upper limit in their images. They removed that, but I still believe that less text is better when it comes to images. So you just want to have some very key highlights. Obviously with videos you have a slight little bit more latitude in that you can create, you know, kind of frames of even still images where you verbalize your offer further on that actual video. The second thing then is your headline. So your headline has to give them some reason, your headline really has to answer the question, what's in this for me? It has to be something that's very concrete, very clear, very definitive, because your headline is what's going to, so they'll stop scrolling when they see an image or video. The headline is what's going to get them to pay attention to the first 2 lines of text of the ad. This is really where your first element of your offer comes in. So now you need to try condense in those first 2 lines of text some very, very specific triggers covering what we've what we've gone through in this video. If you've done your job with your image, video, your headline, and first 2 lines of text, chances are somebody could already have gone to click the learn more or whatever phrase you've put on your button and visited your opt-in page. And in essence, like, obviously we're going to talk a little bit more about audiences and how to, obviously the audience that you target with the ads are going to dictate certainly elements of your profitability of your campaign. But in essence, if Facebook's only job is to drive the right traffic to your opt-in page. So, but you still need to focus on that Facebook ad copy, because roughly 50% of people will click on the learn more or see more to expand the Facebook ad copy. So then in your Facebook ad copy, you need to employ many of the things that we've spoken about already here in this video. Then we get to our opt-in page. Now, obviously your opt-in page for a lead magnet, certainly for a lead magnet, I like to keep it simple. I believe that you should have headline, very clear headline, subhead, a small number of bullet points, maybe 4 to 5 bullet points, and an image, and that's it. And you should try work in that to clearly convey what your offer is. So the job of your, the job of your image is to get people to stop. The offer in your headline is to get people to read the first 2 lines of text. The offer of the first 2 lines of text is to get people to read the body of the Facebook ad. The offer of the Facebook ad is to get people to click the learn more button or visit the opt-in page. The offer on the opt-in page is to get people to submit their email address. And then we're on to our mini front-end offer. So our mini front-end offer, now this is where you're asking people to put their hand in their pocket, pull out their credit card, and actually make a purchase. So we can see here how offer is absolutely essential through the entire funnel, and why it's one thing that really you as an online entrepreneur, us, me, you, everybody included, has to continuously be working on developing better and better offers. So today we've looked at answering the question, what's in it for me? And that's an absolutely essential. The first job of any offer is to answer for a potential perfect fit client, what's in this for me? Making it real, making it tangible for them, showing future pacing people and showing them what their life could be like once they've accepted your offer. And remember, this is on a kind of on a micro and on a macro level. So you want to make it real. What would somebody's life be like if they downloaded your lead magnet? Then we looked at packaging your offer and bringing through like a number of things that you need to have a really, really strong offer. And then we looked at some of the practical applications for Facebook ads and your profitable Facebook ad funnel. So this is module 2 of 6, and boy am I excited about this series. If you've not yet done so, please look around for a link to the first module where I talked about strategy, and that really is another essential element. And make sure you keep an eye out for the rest of the series. So wherever you're looking at this today, please like and share this video. Make sure to subscribe and like this channel or account for lots more content like this. And even more importantly, please do scroll down, leave me a comment. I promise I reply to each and every one personally. I know this can be a frustrating area, so let me know what challenges you face with Facebook ads. Whether you're just getting started or a seasoned pro looking to scale your ad campaigns. Sometimes we all need a bit of encouragement and to know that we're not battling it out on our own. So whatever you're facing today, you got this. We're here for you. Thank you for tuning in. I can't wait to see you again real soon.